Alright, hello everybody. This is a rough and ready video that I'm recording live on stream. I want to go through exactly why I'm picking all the cards I am for this draft and put it on YouTube. Mod Merchant did a couple of those and they did really well, so I thought maybe I should do those too. That's really the motivation behind this. Plus, I think the draft is the most interesting part of Dungeoneering. That's my favourite bit. So we're going to go through this. For those that don't know, me and a bunch of other people have created a Dungeoneering community tier list. Do take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, there's a lot of synergies in Chronicle, so always a lookout for those, but it's a nice place to start if you're new to the game, or even if you're not so new. I know a lot of people do use that, myself included. I like to check it all the time. So, let's get into this, and this is a Morvran draft, a very new legend, so let's talk about it. Alright, currently 322 gold, that's because that's the previous draft. Let me get rid of that. Alright, my deck. Let's begin. Dragon Two-Hander. 5 gold and a 4/4 weapon. That's a win condition all in itself, right? You take the weapon to the final fight, and you can win the game. So that's one way I might win the game, and that's definitely nice to have in the deck. Next up, I'm choosing between Watchtower Guard and Grizzly Bear. Now, normally I'd take Watchtower Guard, absolutely, but this is Morvran, and he has Beast Synergy, right? So Grizzly Bear might actually be reasonable. If you're on 3 base attack, it's a pretty good card. You don't lose any health overall, you get to remove 2 health from your next creature, and 1 gold to boot. Pretty nice. Watchtower Guard, though, is just, you know, as you can see, the 2/2 weapon basically does that, and you get 2 armor as well, so it's just better in every way, and I feel like this is probably the stronger card. Let's take a look at Guard Dog. Draw a beast with 5 or more attack, and it's a 3/3, which isn't awful, and I do wonder how good that would be, but I'm going to go with the Watchtower Guard. Alright, pick number 2. Oh baby, that's pretty good. Okay, this is really early diamond. You always get a diamond at the very end of the draft, obviously, but here, pretty early on. So I'm very tempted by the Calphite Queen, because now I can draft nothing but Calphites as they occur, which makes this draft interesting and not the normal kind of draft that you'd expect. So I think the card that I would always take is Full Darox, because gain 2 base attack. This isn't too hard to get off, but prospect of gaining 2 base attack for that final fight win condition that Morvran is probably pretty good with, especially with this D2 hand. I'm going to take that. And then I will take the Calphite Queen because it's new, it's shiny, and at the very least I do get 1 Calphite Guardian because it is a Calphite, so you do get that. So we'll take that, and I think because it's so early on, this could be really good. Alright, pick number 3. So we're looking for Calphites now. Woven Carapace isn't a Calphite, but certainly does synergize with them. And if I'm going to be drafting Calphites, this is probably going to be good. So I feel like I ought to take that. Certainly won't be taking Undead Cow. That's not really netting me anything. Bunyip's interesting. Lesser Demon's pretty okay. I'm going to take the Woven Carapace, and I think I'm going to take the Geeker. That 1/2 weapon could be really useful for reaching into those 3 attack creatures early on in the game. 1 attack weapon's always nice. At the very least, this is kind of like gaining some health from, you know, saving some damage in a fight. I'll take that. Alright. Now, if I'm going to the final fight, turns out Monkfish are pretty good. So I'm going to take the Fishing Trawler, and we're going to go for that final... We're going to go really hard on that final fight win condition. And I've just got everything I need for that now. Beastmaster is interesting. It's not... It's interesting comparing it to Lobster. This is always this is always 4 life, and this is, you have to kill a beast to get the 4 life. And this works better when you're really low on life and immediately need to heal up better because you don't have to do anything. I am surprised that Lobster isn't a beast, actually, but yeah, I'll take the Lobster. We're going for Calphites, and I don't have any beasts just yet anyway. Lobster's probably a bit better. Show me the Calphites deck. There's a beast. Not the point. Oh dear. Well, I took Grunch in my last run, and it was drawing me my Ogre Chieftain. No, my Ogre Warlord. The 6/10 guy that gives you a base attack and sets everyone's armor to 5. This is not too bad. Getting up to 4 base isn't that difficult, I think. And in this deck, maybe it's pretty okay. And 2 armor is not... I mean, that's what we were using it for mostly last time. And comparing it to all these other cards makes me want to do that again. It's very unlikely I'll get enough demons for this to ever do anything. Pirate's Hideout is definitely not going to be very good with my win condition, which is Final Fight. Lumpnose is a goblin, but doesn't do anything, because I probably won't draft any other goblins. So Giant Rat, really I should have started with. That's the obvious one that I was going to take from the moment I saw this, because, you know, real easy to kill, pretty good effect. Again, you can use that in the final fight, just to make sure that, you know, you go in fighting them without a weapon if you don't perhaps draw your weapon or can't afford it. And I'll probably take Grunch, because 2 armor, and maybe it'll draw me a pretty good card. Drawing out Ogre Warlord would be nice, so 4/4 that draws a card and 2 armor, not too bad. Alright, Customs Officer, I like that. Some gold, it's usually pretty okay for gold gain. And Tame is interesting, but I was going to go for the Dr. Frankenstrain, similar to the Customs Officer. I don't have anything with aggressive just yet. And, I mean, it would be basically saving some life, I suppose. But I think Frankenstrain's going to be better because it's going to give me some gold. I don't have really any gold gain in this deck just yet. It's now got 3 gold in there, plus some more from the Customs Officer. Just waiting for the servers. Oh baby, another diamond. This is pretty good. Rolo the Stout, one of the most auto-y pick diamonds there is at the moment. Is that true? I don't know. Certainly a good card though. Can't argue with a draw, a weapon, 3 armor. Definitely going to take that, and it's unconditional, unlike this thing, which I end up picking because, well, as it turns out, gaining 2 base attacks pretty good. And you do pretty much heal up to full if you can get it to work. Certainly very conditional, though, and maybe I don't take it because of that. The other pick I would take might be the Black Knight Titan. Probably not. It's quite hard to kill. This deck doesn't... I mean, it could with the Dragon 2-hander. And certainly I can get my base attack up. But I think I'm going to go for Bill Ratch. I mean, most of these cards are probably all going to sit in my hand anyway and not do anything. But at least Bill Ratch has the potential to be absolutely insane. The others probably don't. Oh, baby. No Cal... Oh, there's a Dung Calfight. Oh, yes. Let's take it. So, that's going to fit in quite nicely with the Calfight Queen. And then Ali Morrisane is clearly the easy pick, right? Unless I want to go for Beast Synergy. But, considering we are not that much gold, I think this is a very, very strong card. It's obviously way better than Bunny, and I'm not going for Beast Synergy by the looks of it. Alrighty. Calfight Egg. Oh, baby. And a Calfight Worker as well. The synergy is real. We could actually make this thing good. It's actually very sad to pass up on the Dragon Longsword, though, because that's a really nice final fight card. It's also going to let me kill that Bill Ratch. But I do think the Calfight synergy is important. And Calfight Egg increases the likeliness that I'll get the Queen. There's only 1 Cal of my deck that has got 5 or more attacks, so Calfight Egg pretty good, Calfight Worker as well. Calfights, oh baby. Next up we do see Dungeon Spider, which I will take because a 2/2 weapon and 2 gold is actually insane. And then for each creature slain with 5 or more attack, not in that order, but gain 2 gold. So it's effectively Ali Morrisane if I've killed 1 creature with 5 attack. How many creatures do I have with 5 attack? 1, 2, 3. Not that many is the answer, so maybe this isn't actually that good. I do wonder. Lesser Demon. Perhaps that's the pick. I mean, I'm more likely to have higher base attack than them, so it's usually going to be value. And 2 gold is actually pretty good as well. Mind you, it's going to be quite punishing to take 5 from that if I don't have 3 base attack. And then, obviously, if I'm going to take 5 from the Lesser Demon, Mimic's looking pretty good. But I think Lesser Demon has more potential, so I might go with that. Mind you, Mazchina is got even more potential than that, but this would be more conditional and harder to get to work. So I'm going to go with the Lesser Demon. Oh, baby. Exiled Calfight Paragon. Now, it is a Calfight, and I don't think it's the worst card in the game. It's definitely not a good one. But you do get 5 armor, so if you end up 2-hit killing it, you get your 5 armor, play that final slot when you're most likely to be able to, you know, 2-hit kill it on Chapter 5. It's like you didn't really lose any life, and you get to destroy their weapon. It is a Calfight, but I don't really want to be drawing that with the egg, which could draw it, and I don't want it to do that, so I think I'll take Bunny, because it's nice and easy to kill. Not too bad. And Traitorous Imp. Might be better than these other cards. I wonder. That weapon poison could work with my Geeka weapon. turning it into a 3-attack weapon, and also the Rolo weapon, but that's conditional. This is always going to draw me that Slayer task in my deck, which is the Woven Carapace, which at the very least is, you know, a very good card, providing I have the Calphites. And this deck seems to have, well, some Calphites. We'll take the Imp. Not too hard to kill. Always will do something, so it's unconditional. Unconditionally not bad. Where those other cards are conditionally not bad. Dung Calphite, absolutely insane pick. Really pleased to see that. Gonna take the Dung Calphite. Very, very nice. And then, really it's between this Watchtower Guard and Cabbage. It says I don't have much healing, only 5, but I do have the Fishing Trawler in the deck, so that's a lot more. Thing is, though, I won't always get that Trawler off, which is such is the way of things. Watchtower Guard might be there for the pick. Mind you, I don't have that much base attack in here either, outside of the Queen and Bill Wretch. Well, actually, the only base attack is Bill Wretch. That's what that 2 base attack is. So, these 3-attack creatures probably aren't too good anymore, since the deck didn't work out. Maybe I do take the Cabbage then. Might be quite difficult to kill Calphite Queen. I'm going to go with the Cabbage. 4 life is pretty valuable. Unconditional as well. Always nice to pick up stuff that isn't conditional in Dungeoneering. Jubbly Bird, I really like 3 life there. That's nice. And the Hellhound is 5 gold, or 4 gold, which pays for quite a lot of things. Mind you, I've got a lot of gold and not much to spend it on. So Rush of Blood is looking more attractive, but doesn't really fit the final fight win condition. Bounty Hunter might be better for taking out something like the Queen or Bill Wretch. And this is a very, very expensive Dazing Shot, in my opinion. I'm going to save the gold and hope I pick up something else to spend it on. I'm going to take the Bounty Hunt. I don't think it's a very good card, but eh. Emissary's definitely pretty good. And it's a Calphite. Wow, that's working out to be pretty good. Draw a beast with 5 or more attacks. So at this point, not going to draw anything by the looks of it. And Red Chin Chomper, that 1-2 weapon is quite nice, I think. Or maybe Falador Party Room, draw 4. It is draw, and this deck has no draw in it at all. Outside of Imp, I guess. And the Fishing Trawler. Yeah, and I guess the Egg. I'll take the Falador Party Room. It will be pretty sad to discard Calphites, but I think this deck will benefit from, you know, maybe I find this card on Chapter 1. It's another card that I can mulligan for, which is nice. And obviously, if I get card draw off early on, that's going to be pretty good. So, Lady Zay, Morwenna, Tokash, Kaizaj Tournament, and Deadly Prey. I feel like Kaizaj might actually be the pick. I need to get off my feet with this deck. 1 extra base attack is going to let me kill these Dung Beetles, the Lesser Demon, the Watchtower Guard. 1 extra base attack is going to be very useful for killing the Queen, which could be a tall order at this point in time. So I'll take the Kaizaj. I'm not happy about it giving them 1 base attack, especially since I want to go to the final fight, but still reasonable. And then, I suppose, Morwenna? It's interesting, right? I don't know what I want to copy, really. This deck does have Geekers and the Rolo in it, so actually killing the 3 health stuff won't be as bad as I thought it was, so that's actually not as bad, but still I would have taken the Kaizaj. Anyway, Morwenna, back to that. It could be reasonable on something like one of the Calphite Guardians I get off of the Queen. Deadly Prey. Deal damage to rival equal to the attack of all creatures. I don't really have very many aggressive things. Tokash could be good as a finisher. Maybe I need to combo them out because, you know, they're low on life and this lets me end up killing them. It's not like, most of the time it will sit in my hand. In fact, I think all of these will, not doing anything, but which is going to be best? Like, this deck could benefit from having some access to burst damage. Like, maybe they drop into range where I can kill them and then I just finish the game. With this, like, that could be reasonable. And then Lady Zay, which is... it used to say deal 3 damage, full stop, and then a bunch of other text. I'd take that if it still said that, but it doesn't. So we'll go with Tokash. Alright, that's the deck. I will make the draft, well, the actual gameplay of the draft, available in the description below, but the video was really just the draft. If you would like to watch the gameplay, there will be a link. It'll either be to a YouTube video or a Twitch VOD. But thank you very much for watching. Do leave a like, if you found this useful or interesting, and see you all again next time.